Stupid. Cars are stupid. What's going on YouTube? Back on the 2002 again. It's the weekend. Got to get a few things done. I had to work today, but we got a few hours this afternoon and maybe some tomorrow. So we'll see what we can get done. I did, this is my old board, which is going to be backwards. But anyway, maybe I'll flip this around. We've got a lot of stuff crossed off on here, but I wanted to make a fresh one. So this is what we got. I think there, that's better, kinda. Eventually I'll get this YouTube thing down. Let's see what I got going on this weekend. I think I'll maybe try to make an engine strap. I want to bleed the brakes. I'm not worried about engine or coolant yet. Drive shaft is at the drive shaft place. I'm hoping to maybe get that back this week. I don't have the wiring back from Classic Dailies. I'll do the fan wiring then. I have the stuff for the eye booster. Not worried about that yet. Not worried about AC compressor. Not worried about backup lights. Oxygen sensor I just need to get ordered. That'll go with the exhaust. We kind of decided that instead of buying something, we're going to build something out of 2.5-inch stainless. I think we'll do a vibrant resonator, vibrant muffler, and then probably just a single chrome tip. The battery and the 12-volt wiring for that. I got battery cable, so I might work on that this weekend as well. I have a place to mount the battery in the rear. I'll show you that. I want to run the cable. I don't know whether I'm going to run it in the car or under the car. So we'll see what we're doing there. I also need to get working on the fuel system. I need to figure out what I'm doing with the lines there. I have a pump. I think we're going to try. Like I say, I'm going to order stuff for the exhaust. Interior I'm not worried about yet. I'm not worried about wipers or any of that stuff yet. So anyway, we got a pretty decent list still, but I'm hoping since it's April now, maybe by the end of April, there's a chance maybe we could at least get it started, potentially see if it'll move. So that's the goal, and you'll see it as it happens. So anyway, we'll see what we can get done today. Anybody want to make guesses on how many leaks I'll have in this thing? Also, I just want you to know we only do the best here at the garage for BMWs. BMW brake fluid, courtesy of, well, you know. Anyway. It's not pouring out the bottom of the car yet, but give it a minute. Probably will. I have to remember when I bleed the brakes, I also have to bleed the clutch, which is going to be a pain because of how close that nipple is to the transmission housing. So, spent the last hour or so trying to bleed the brakes on this thing, and like everything else in my life, it's fighting me. I remember when I was working on the E30 that bleeding this thing seemed to be a problem. I'm sure that the reservoir being upside down for the master cylinder is not making things easy. I have a hard time getting fluid through the lines. I even went through and loosened these up and tried to do like a bench bleed where I hooked the lines up, ran them into here. I'm getting some fluid through all the lines, but it seems like it's on a, stupid as it sounds like it's on a vacuum, because as soon as you let off, then it seems like it wants to suck it back, which I don't know whether that's related or not, but anyway, I'll keep at it, see what I can figure out here. So I haven't been able to get any fluid to gravity bleed until now. And see. Now it's gravity bleeding. I tried to wash her first, and that didn't seem to work, so I backed it all the way out until basically the master cylinder was loose. And now I have fluid. Maybe you can see it better with this. Yeah. So I must have miscalculated the length of the push rod for the master cylinder by a lot. So let me see if I can get this straightened out. Maybe my valve's not open enough. Let's slide under here. Maybe I am getting fluid. Maybe I just couldn't see it, because there's a lot of fluid in that line. There. See that? There's still some air coming through there. I'll pump it a few more times. Let's see what we got. You guys ready to throw up yet? Maybe I'll set you. Hang on a second. So if that bottle rises, then we got fluid coming out, which I think we do because my reservoir went down. Did the fluid level go up any? Can't tell. Pretty sure it did because my reservoir went down again, so I'm gonna close this valve up and do the other side. Still have no brake pedal after bleeding all the brakes. I got quite a bit of fluid out of all of them. Now back on the left front, see if let's try this again. It's my first day on the job here. There's some junk. I wonder where that came from. I've probably bled 2 pints of fluid through this thing. And all the lines are new. Anybody want to crawl under there and get my light for me? Such an idiot. This is my favorite spot. Shove back here in the corner. Which way are we going here? Alright. Bleeder open. Do we have any fluid? Do we have any fluid? I think so. Where's all the fluid? Where's all the fluid? Well, we do have fluid. I know you're not going to be able to see it because my jug is down here. But we are getting brake fluid. But I need to push my hose down in. I'm going to push on the pedal. Did you see anything? I don't know if I saw anything. My hose is full, so I'm going to assume that we got some fluid. Come on. Everything is a struggle. Anybody feel like everything they do is a struggle? Let's see if we got any pedal. Nope. That's weird. Like it's heavier than it was. Man, what is going on here? All right, take a break. I'll come back. What's going on, everybody? It's a new day here. I spent about 3.5 hours yesterday trying to bleed the brakes on the 2002 and got nothing. Have fluid through everything, but it's just super soft. You could take I pulled the master cylinder out of the booster. You could literally push the plunger in with your hand when all the lines were hooked up. So I got air somewhere. So today, I removed all the lines, took the master cylinder and flipped it over, and I'm going to remake these 2 lines, redo the hose from here to the reservoir, and see if that gets me anywhere. I have this the other way, the way I originally had it here in the E30, and it works. I did have trouble bleeding it. I don't remember what I did, but obviously whatever I did, I either can't remember or can't figure it out on this car. So there is barely enough clearance between this and the bottom of the supercharger, but I think it'll work. So let's make a couple lines and see what happens. Double check your measurements before you make your lines, because there's no way I have enough room and to make a bend to get this to fit. So we'll make another one. Sweet. I know this doesn't seem very exciting, but I have a brake pedal now. It's so exciting. This is what I got. I need to put some more fluid in that, but I know it's not pretty. It was kind of temporary because I didn't really think it was going to make a difference, but for whatever reason, flipped upside down. I evidently couldn't get, I'm assuming there was air in here or in this master somewhere when it was turned upside down. So anyway, it's fixed now. I don't love these lines, but we'll leave them for now, keep moving. I may come back and clean them up. This, I had to put this 90 in here to get back down around here. Otherwise, it wanted to kink the hose, or I had to bring it all the way out here, and I didn't like that either. I wanted to try to keep it out of the way. So anyway, I'm going to try to maybe bleed the clutch and keep moving. It's exciting. I'm glad at least I got a pedal now. Trying to gravity bleed this thing, but not getting any fluid out. Well, actually, I am getting a little bit out, but moving the clutch pedal, there's no nothing happening. So I'm gonna try to vacuum bleed it and see if that gets me anywhere. Guess I spoke too soon. I was gonna tighten this back up and switch over to the vacuum bleeder, but I realized that my bleeder was hardly open, so I opened it up a little bit more. Started draining fluid, got some air out, pumped the pedal a couple times, checked the line. I didn't have any air in it, so I came back up and tightened it up. I got these little wrenches off of Amazon. They size all the way down to, I don't know, 3 to 9, I think. And they're really small. They're perfect for getting up in these tight spaces. And they're even boxed on the end. So anyway, let's see if I got a clutch pedal. I think I got it bled okay. It's soft, but there's pretty good engagement at the end. I'm kind of just guessing that's probably how this clutch is. We'll know more once we get it running and see where we're at with it. I think I got all the air out of it though. I don't know what else I could do. I bled, I don't know, 10 or 15 ounces through it, so I'm gonna keep moving. Spent a few minutes cleaning out the trunk. It had kind of been used as storage for what looks like the trim and a bunch of other stuff from when the body shop had the car. So that stuff was hogging up the trunk, plus spare old stuff that doesn't exist anymore. So I cleaned it out. I got some of our new parts left, the battery cables. This is going to be the strut brace and the battery holder. And then the fuel tank, I need access to that. This is the hard line that runs down the driver's side, which I think I'm going to try to use. The soft hose needs replaced. This is the line that runs up in the car and comes out on the firewall. I might use this for the return yet. This is old, but it seems fairly pliable. I've bent it back and forth and it didn't break. So I'm tempted to use that as the return. I still got to figure out. This is the original that doesn't have a return on it. This is a vent that runs over to here. So I think I have to go back through, but I think this is E30 and will work. But there's no return on this, so I don't know if the sender that goes in here maybe has a return. I don't know what's going on with that. So anyway, I just want to get this cleaned up, get some of this junk out of here, and I'll move this stuff over into the other garage so I have a little more room to work. I need to, this doesn't fit very well. It's too tight on the shock towers. I need to decide whether I'm going to grind that underspray off and then drill holes, or I'm tempted to weld this in place. Because if not, you got to remove the struts to do all that and bolt it in place. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to do there. I need to measure this, figure out what battery we're going to get for it. I think I'm going to run the battery cables through that hole there. It's already punched through a little bit. I need a positive cable through there, and then a ground cable mounted to the chassis here somewhere. So I got plenty of work to do. I don't know whether I'm going to get any of that done today. It's already getting late, so but we'll keep moving. You guys remember this bracket that I made to hold the AFM? Yeah, you know, I spent a couple hours on it. Well, I was just looking at it and I was like, I wonder if that'll fit with the master cylinder. Flipped around. Of course it won't fit anymore. Sometimes you just wish you had an easy button. So, 1 step forward, 3 steps backward. Cars are stupid. Real stupid. I guess it's gonna be a wrap on this weekend. I know I didn't get nearly as much done as I was hoping, but I did get the brakes figured out and the clutch master cylinder, so that's a relief. I was pretty frustrated yesterday. So I'm glad that's done. Sometimes you just got to keep pushing and trying different things and just stay at it, and eventually you'll get it. It sucks. Sometimes you just want to throw in the towel and be like, this, stupid, blah, 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 but sometimes it helps to step back, take a break, sleep on it, Also, other times, just clean up your shop a little bit. That's what I did this afternoon. I know it still doesn't look like a whole lot, but I swept, set the car down just to change the look of it. It actually, the front was real high before. It's not too bad right now. We don't have any fluids in it yet, and we don't have the hood on it yet. Man, it's just a little bit high in the front, but I think it's doable. I think we'll probably leave it, see how it rides, decide what we're going to do from there, but this is going to be a cool car when it's done. I was never a huge fan of these, but I think these Alpina wheels, the small bumpers, once we get the front bumper back on it, get the hood on it, it's going to be pretty cool. Hopefully it runs as cool as it looks. So anyway, if you're still watching the channel, I appreciate it. We're just going to keep, pushing forward and working through all the bull crap, because that's what these weird projects are like. You just have to keep pushing and making new things and trial and error. And if you're anything like me, it's like third time's the charm on everything before anything works or get everything, worked out. So anyway, have a good night.